Okay, what do you mean by null? Empty. So only space. So does null occupy space on the? It doesn't. Okay. Is null equals to 0? Correct. So simple. I mean, that's very good. So you have the basic understanding. So how it is different is, say, select star from employee, where generally what do we do? Emp ID equals to emp ID will never be null. So dep ID, dep ID equals to something. We put some value, right? 1, and this gives us the all the employees for department ID 1. But in case we don't we want for null, we should not put it like equals to null, we just put it like is null. Is null. Okay, that's the only difference. Understood? Similarly, you can do is not null. Okay, not null means it will show for all the uh, department I mean all the employees for the where the department ID column has a definite value. So null is basically a value which is unknown. Okay, what is null? If someone asks you in an interview, okay, null is unknown value. It can be anything. Okay, we are not sure of it. It can take any form. So remember this line: null is unknown value. Okay. I mean, this is basically it. There is nothing more in this. Okay. Uh, so if I go back to the syllabus, now let's start with the single row functions. So it's quite a large list, and let's hope we finish most of it today. Okay, so I was just starting to list down some functions which I'll discuss with you. Okay, with yeah, with examples. Keep responding, Suresh. Otherwise, I don't know if you're listening or not. So basically, we can have 4 types of single row functions. Okay, row functions. These are not PLSQL functions, so don't uh, confuse them with PLSQL functions. We will get to see what is a PLSQL function, how we can create those functions, and all these things. These are pre-provided functions, okay, which we use to manipulate the data. So string functions, character functions, number functions, and date functions. Okay, let's start one after another. SUB, this means substring. INSTR, this means in string. Length, translate, replace, trim. Ltrim means left trim. Trim means right trim. So let's start with some examples of substring. Okay, let's go to some of the order details. Not order details, let's have orders. Let's have something else. Customers. Okay, that's good. So when I say substring function, select substring. What is the format of a substring function? The syntax is substr string starting position length. So basically substring means it will show you a part of the string. Say we want to see only the first 5 characters of customer name for all of these records, right? So what we will do, select customer name, select customer name starting from 1, length 5 from. So what it will do is it will give me 5 characters of all the names. Understood? Simple. Okay. And so substring can, you can have, I mean, these two values, you can have anything, right? So I will show you, and then we will go to in string also. Then it will make some sense. I'll show you how, why it is so important. Let's go in string. What is in string? In string is in string the syntax is instr string, then character, then the sequence of occurrence. What does that mean? I'll show you. Okay, let's go to select star from customers again. Now in customer name only, we have like first name, last name, first name, middle name, last name. What is the separator in that? There is a space, right? So, okay. So let's find out what in string gives us. Okay. I will give you select. Okay. No, let's just put it here. INSTR in string. We will use the customer name. Then we will, our character is nothing but space and 1. So this is the character that we are searching for in each of the values, and we are searching for the first occurrence of this character. So in this line, how much should we get? How many characters are there? If I say this guy, no, 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 no. We are searching for the occurrence of the character space. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this should fetch 8. Okay. You understand? Number of arguments to function. What's wrong? Is the syntax incorrect? This is the syntax for substring only. Just let me check the syntax for for in string. I'm pretty sure this is the syntax. Hmm. Yes. No, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Hmm? Yeah, yeah, I'm checking. Wait, see, I'm also telling you from memory, right? But this is the syntax. I don't know why it is not taking. But we need this to work. Let me see. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, character will be better because I think it is not able to process this space. So let's say A. Okay. S- There's something wrong with this then. Let's refresh it. Sometimes it does play weird tricks. Select in string customer name, comma, space one from customs. One wrong number of arguments. Okay, it's but we don't have to. We have to give this actually not authorized to use function in string. Why? So in string doesn't work in this actually. Is it ing here? MySQL could not run no such function. So this is MySQL, right? That's why it is showing the problem. Anyways, you can check. This is very simple. You can check this. So as I was mentioning, so this is our data. So Alfred's, if I check this, or if I just, you can run this in your practice, select in string. So we take the string, we take the space as our character that we are searching, and the first occurrence, okay, from dual. This will give you answer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This should give 8. Similarly, if I take this, We are doing in string. We're not doing substring. Substring. You want to discuss substring? Okay, let me finish in string first. Okay, because there is something I want to show. That's why I'm doing it. Suresh, let's continue like this. No, otherwise we will not be able to complete the syllabus. Okay, if we do research side by side, we will not be able to complete the syllabus. I can't, go on taking classes forever, right? Okay, let's. I'll go back to substring. Let me just finish with in-string. I'll go back to substring. Okay. Okay. Now this is one value. I am searching for the first occurrence of space. Okay. So here this will give me value 8 because the position of space is 8. In this I am searching for the second occurrence of space. So where is the second occurrence of space? Here, right after Moreno. So what should be the value? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this should give me 15. If what should this give me? It'll give null. Okay, it will not give error because the syntax is correct. It will give null. Okay, understood? In string is clear now. Okay, I will just paste it here for your. Let's go back to substring. So let's take this data itself. The substring works here, no? So let's take substring. CBSTR. Let's take, we'll do whatever substring we want to do. We'll do it in customer name 1 1. What should this give me? Tell me. Yeah. No, no, no. Customer name is a column. So it'll give us the first letter initials, right? Okay, good. So what was your doubt? Tell me. No, you were telling about something about substring, right? So we don't have, listen, so substring, we will only mention the string and which part of the string has to be extracted. Substring, what it basically does is it extracts a part of the string. That can be the whole of the string also, or part of the string. Okay. Hmm. So substring and in-string is clear. This is actually very important. Substring and in-string. We use it. Length is very simple, right? Select. Mhm. Let's check. What do you think it? Yeah. Okay. So what do you think minus one would be? It would be the last digit. Okay. So here it should come E. Okay. 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 Then length is very simple, right? Length is just show you the string length, just length of string. There is nothing else to be filled up. So it will show you what is the length of the name. in characters, including the spaces. Yeah, yeah, including the space, right? Then let's come to translate and replace. Translate will, what it will do is, I don't know if it works in this. Translate will replace one character with another. Replace is will be confusing. Substitute, let's say. Substitutes one character with another character. Okay, in a string. So how many ever however many times the character is present, it will be replaced by the substitute. What it means, I'll show you an example. Okay, so let's just select translate customer name. By the way, these uh, functions are string functions. Okay, so substring and string and all. So even if you have numerics, alphanumerics, it'll work. Okay, don't think that it'll only work on character data, on letters only. Okay. Okay, so let's say A, if works or not, could not prepare. I think it's not able to take one or something. Three. No, translated is not happening. Okay, anyways, I'll just tell you what it should show. Okay, these are very basic things. I mean, whenever you practice, you will understand. Select translate. Let's take this name. 1 second. Select translate. Alfred. So first is the character that you want to replace, A, in terms of here A, and what you want to substitute it as. So say 3. So what it will give you is, it will give you answer as 3 LFRED. Understood? So A becomes 3. If no, translate doesn't work with in this. So this is a very restricted platform. So many functions will not work here. But these are all you can try. Okay, this is not something that we want to spend too much time on. This is just like alphabet, right? So it's very simple. If it had a, okay. So what it will become? It will be all the occurrences of A will be replaced with 3. Right? How many A are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Got this? Got this concept? Yeah. So that's how translate works. Replace does the same thing, but with a group of characters, right? Group of characters. That means replace. Replace this So if I say replace and leave it like this, it will still work. I mean, it will still give you the same data. Okay, this will not work. Okay, this will also work. But hmm, yeah, good. So replace, what it will do is uh, here it will work. It will be work the same in the same way as translate. But what more we can do in replace is we can more than one character we can use to substitute in replace. Okay. So in case of this, what it will become, the ALF will be replaced with 3 and it will become 3 red. Understood? ALF becomes 3. Here a only ALF will become 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will have A's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 3 and red. So do you understand the concept now? Difference between translate and replace? Translate is only can only substitute one character at a time. Replace can substitute more than one characters. Okay. Otherwise, what their function is the same. I mean, what they do is the same thing. Replacing one string value with another string value. Understood? Why I'm showing with 3 is I want you to remember that it works with both with letters and numbers. Okay. So I view these examples for this. Next is trim. Trim, what it does is it removes extra spaces from both sides of a string. Okay. That means if you have some data like select trim, you have some data like there are spaces and then there is data and then there is spaces. Yeah, from dual, what it will give is it will just give you the string. It will negate all the U. Understood? Very simple. Yeah, all the extra unwanted spaces it will remove. I'll just be back in a minute. Okay. So similarly, L trim and R trim, left trim and right trim. So this will only trim from either from left or from right. So mhm. It will not delete. It will. Oh, sorry, I'm getting another call. Sorry. That is done. Your information is collected, right? The customer information is collected, so it has a lot of data, right? Name, address, telephone number, email ID, and all those things. So there is a possibility that some extra unwanted characters are input. Okay, so that's why these functions will take care of it. Understood? Okay, so this is basically data cleansing. Okay. Similarly, left trim will trim from the left, so it will still have space here, and right trim will trim from the right. Okay, so it's just will have spaces in the beginning and at the end. So one more thing is these functions can be used together as well. Okay. Mhm. Oh yeah, yeah, those ones are also there. I was just thinking about that. Yeah, LPAD, RPAD. This is like we are removing characters in trim, we can add characters in LPAD and pad. That means something like we'll just take this. Yeah. We just select LPAD Suresh. SS. So this will give you SS, right? Okay, similarly RPAD, you can guess that, right? Yeah. There is one thing that you have to understand here. Hmm. Yeah, data modification only when, as I mentioned, right? Say your bank has a particular format, okay, which needs to be maintained. Some executive in the front office, he or she didn't enter it properly. Okay, your bank has a particular format, and you have to enforce it. So that is where you use this LPAD, RPAD, and all these things. This all these things, when you start practicing, you will understand. And only with your practice also, you will not understand the actual real-time implications. You will understand when you actually start working with a real, production uh, environment. Okay, something which is actually used somewhere. So, but this is the basic. Yeah, this is just the basic. LTRIM, RTIM, LPAD, RPAD. Uh, Now lower. Okay, let's go to character functions. See, this is not the entire list. I'm just telling from memory. Once we are through with this, then I'll check what all we have missed, and then I'll fill it up. Okay. Uh, lower. Lower is, these are now character functions. Okay. Select lower Suresh control. So whatever is in uppercase, it will become lower. It will become Suresh. Upper is same thing. It will become, everything will become upper. Okay. But no, this is easy to understand, but you have to remember. See, I can't actually tell you all the functions which are there. There are plenty of functions, hundreds and hundreds. Okay. I'll tell you the ones which you will use the most. Okay. Init cap means only the in. Yeah, that's correct. Correct, correct. So this will be, now let's LPAD, RPAD. Okay, there are a few very important functions which I want to tell you. NVL, NVL2. These are also string functions. Okay. I was thinking I could finish this, but let's see how much I can. Maybe not today. It'll take one more class to, but if not one more session, half more session. NVL, because I have to tell you about decode and case also. So that is a very, actually, it is one of the most interesting things you can do in SQL. It's there. Let me see what all they have mentioned. Mhm. 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 Okay. So to care, to date also important. To number. This we will be doing now. Nullif. Okay, nullif also I'll tell you. I have 14 years of experience. I am, yeah, I am an AVP in Barclays. Yeah, thanks for the compliment. Then we will also, I will probably would like to touch upon decode and case statement today. Okay. We will finish these four Okay, and then we'll go to decode and case. Rest of the functions we'll complete tomorrow. Date functions, number functions will complete. I mean, that will not take much time, but decode and case I want to complete today. Okay, so you have after 3:30 also you'll be able to sit for 10-15 minutes, right? Yeah. So I'll just be back in 2 minutes. Okay, now we have to let's continue on all these functions. Now these functions, why they are very important? Because hello, you there, Suresh? Yeah. So these functions deal with data which has null values. Okay. Now these are functions which you should completely and thoroughly understand, because you will be, the more you use these functions, the better your coding and the better. So these are not only used in SQL, all these functions are used in PLSQL also. I mean, in your procedures, functions, packages, everywhere. Okay, triggers, whatever you want to use, cursors, everywhere. NVL, what does NVL do? Substitute substitute null value. This we can show in that. Okay, so how do I do that? Here in editor, I think we had null values here. There is no full form. It is, you can just remember it as null value substitution. Okay, there is no full form. So see, we have null values here. Okay, so we will test it here. Say manager name. So what we will do is select NVL. We will have manager name and say we will give not known. Let's see what it gives. Array yaar, even NVL doesn't work here. Fuck. This is of no use. Okay. Okay, anyways, I'll tell you what it would have done. So manager name has two null values, right? Understood? So when I write NVL mgr underscore name and I give some value, something like, you can give any string value, right? Not known. So what it would have given is, it would have given this column, only this manager name column, with three values. One is BB because it is not null, but the other two are null. So it would have given our declared string, not known. Understood? So basically what we are doing, we are substituting the null value with a given value that we want. Okay. So you can try this. I'll just tell you. Yeah, I'll just tell you here. Select, select NVL null not known from dual. What it gives is, do you understand this? In the in this part. Okay, so here when we parse through the data in a table, right? So we mention the column name here. So whichever, so here what will happen is, it will show, so there are three records in this table. Manager name has three values. One is a not null value and two are null values, right? So when we are just searching for manager name and we have given this NVL expression, what it will do is, it will give first record it will give is, first record it will give is BB. The rest two records are null and null, right? So instead of null, it will replace it with not known. Understood? So you will have three records: BB, not known, not known. Yes, you just try this, but your table should have some null values. Okay, then you will be able to understand. Otherwise, it will never get substituted, right? So if it doesn't have any null value, what will happen? You will not have any record with this value. You will have the existing values. Correct. Now, more interesting, there is another more interesting function which is NVL2. This is an enhanced null value substitution where you can substitute both null and not null values. Okay, so what it could have done? If I run this here, I'm sure it will not work here, but I'll tell you what it would have given. So in NVL2, sorry, in NVL, what we are giving, we were giving the column name or the data here, and we were giving the string that needs to be substituted in case of a null, in case of a return of a null value, right? In NVL2, what we are doing, we are adding one more value here. Now, what will this value do? This value will substitute all the not null values. So in case here, which one is the not? It will show not known. Correct. So what will this query give me? It will give me three records. What will be the first record? Correct. You got it. Good. So you can try that. That is what NVL2 does. So what if someone asks you what's the difference between NVL and NVL2? The difference is eh, not null. Well, good. Coalesce, what it does is returns the first not null. What does that mean? Mm, we'll have to take something else. Let's update this table so it will be helpful for us to understand. Complete update table. What table? M4. Set uh, mgr name is null where id equals to 123. Sorry. Hmm. So how does it look now? Now manager name has all the values are null. Now let's put one not null value. Update. This is m underscore 4 set mgr name equals to where emp id equals to 126. Correct, correct. What is it? Amp ID only, no? Or something else? Oh, only ID, sorry. That update amp underscore 4 where you remember the update syntax, right? Set name. Are you there? Suresh, hello? Okay, okay. Let me know when you're back. Yeah. Okay, so two functions that we need to cover now. One is coalesce and one is nullif. So coalesce returns the first not null value in a among all your inputs. So there is no you know particular syntax for it. You can put any number of values here. Okay, any number of values you can put here, and it will give you the first not null value that it encounters. So look at this. Okay, look at this query. Okay, so I am inputting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values here. Out of these, 3 values are null. and two values are not null. Which, if you always start from here, right? Oracle also starts from first value. When it parses through the values, it starts from the first value. So which one is the first not null value here? That's right. That is what coalesce will fetch. Okay. It will not fetch hello. We will have to use, I mean, there is a lot of okay, I'll tell you a real time scenario where this can be used. uh, you are creating you're creating an API, you're creating a procedure for something, and you want an update to happen somewhere. Okay. Now, whatever data you want to be updated, you're not sure if it is I mean, while you are creating the while you're coding, you're not absolutely sure of the data nature of the data in the production or in the actual environment, right? So they might you might I mean, you might encounter a lot of null values. And if sometimes the substitutions or whatever logic you would have written doesn't work for non-null values, you have to provide a not null alternate for it. So you can use NVL, you can use NVL2, but Coalesce is another one where it will give you the first not null value. So here, like I just updated this table with these are the correct. So So, where you want to use it, we will get to know when we start doing some coding for procedures and functions. Okay, just remember this much right now. It returns the first. You can give any number. That's what I'm saying. There is no particular syntax for coalesce. Okay, you can give any number of inputs here. So it will start from here, from this side, and it'll whenever it fetches a not null value, it will stop. It doesn't resume parsing. It stops there and prints that value. That's what coalesce does. Last one I wanted to discuss is nullif. Now what nullif does, returns null when the values being compared are equal, else it returns the first value. Now that means nullif will only take two values at a time. Select nullif, say I do, and here. Correct. Simple. So these are the main string functions that you will need to remember and you will be using. There are more string functions also. If we encounter something, then I'll tell you. Okay. Then let's wind up today because I have some other work to do. Uh, so tomorrow we will continue.